Welcome to the Symterra Pulse Installation Guide. In this quick tutorial, we'll walk through the essentials for setting up your Symterra Pulse bird deterrent system. Section 1. Components. Before we begin, ensure you have all the necessary components of the system. The control hub, emitter lines, support pieces, the support head, spacers, support base, your connectors, your Y connector, your female MC4 connector, male crimp bushing, male MC4 connector, and female crimp bushing. Two other items that are sold separately but necessary for the system are the Symterra crimp plier, as well as the Symterra signal detector. We also recommend that you have the following on hand: mounting screws for your control hub, wire cutters, ring pliers, screws for the support bases if using the standard system, epoxy, and UV resistant zip ties. These items will ensure your installation goes smoothly. Section 2. Preparing the site. We highly recommend beginning with site preparation. Clearing the area of any bird debris and sanitizing before installing the Symterra system is crucial for its long-term effectiveness. Birds are highly territorial and attracted to their own scent markers, droppings, and nesting materials. Cleaning the area eliminates these attractants, reduces the risk of disease transmission, and ensures the system functions as intended. It is also recommended to conduct a quick site survey to locate power outlets and identify substrate types, bird species in the area, and landing patterns. This will guide the layout if not done prior to installation. Some details to pay close attention to are the following: power outlet locations, type of substrates, emitter line expected length to determine the number of systems required, bird species, bird landing patterns, bird pressure, bird behavior. Is the space for roosting, nesting, loafing, or a food source? Section 3. Installing the control hub. Mount the control hub securely to the structure using fasteners placed in the 4 holes designated for the mounting hardware. Note, fasteners are not supplied with the system, and the maximum screw size is 5/16 of an inch or an M8. Do not plug in the control hub until all emitter lines are in place and securely connected to the emitter line terminal. Section 4. Grounding the system. Grounding is essential for the safe operation of the Symterra system. Always check your local grounding requirements before installation and adhere to the National Electrical Code or local regulations. The most common form of grounding is through the use of a grounding electrode. This conductor connects the system to the earth via ground rods, water pipes, or grounding plates. Using a separate portion of the emitter line, connect the panel-mounted ground connector to a grounding rod installed 4 feet or 1.2 meters deep in moist soil or the nearest electrical conduit. Preference should be given to the shortest possible electrical path while choosing the source for grounding. The system may also be grounded to an existing metal conduit on a roof only if the metal conduit is itself grounded and verified through a visual inspection or continuity test. Section 5. Building and attaching the supports. By now, you should have already chosen between magnetic or standard support bases, depending on the substrate type, and are ready to install them on the structure. These supports will keep the emitter line in place while ensuring it maintains the proper height and alignment for optimal performance of the system. The standard or non-magnetic support base can be attached in several ways. Screws, UV-resistant zip ties, or epoxy will affix the support in place. When using epoxy, it is crucial to ensure that you are selecting the correct type for your specific substrate. Different surfaces, such as concrete, metal, or plastic require different epoxy formulations to ensure proper adhesion, durability, and performance. Using the wrong epoxy can lead to bonding failures, reduced longevity, and potential rework. Always verify compatibility with the substrate before application. The magnetic support has a fixed magnet on the underside and is ideal for structural metal. When determining the height of supports used for your particular installation, it is imperative to know the type of substrate the product is being installed on. Signal range and performance of the system is influenced by the surrounding environment due to signal absorption by various substrates or obstacles nearby. By adjusting the height of the supports, you will be able to maximize your system's performance. It is also important to recognize that factors such as bird species, their size and behavior, and complex layouts can impact system performance. While the recommendations serve as guidelines, they do not replace the value of user experience in fine-tuning the system. For stucco, adobe, and wood substrates, it is recommended to use the 2-inch or 5-centimeter support. This includes the support base and support head only. For concrete substrates, it is recommended to use the 4-inch or 10-centimeter support. This includes the support base, one spacer, and the support head. For metal substrates, it is recommended to use the 6-inch or 15-centimeter support. This includes the support base, 2 spacers, and the support head. To build your supports, simply click the necessary pieces together. Something to point out, once the pieces are snapped together, they cannot be taken apart. Therefore, it is important to ensure everything is aligned and assembled correctly from the beginning. Section 6. Attaching the emitter line. With the control hub and supports in place, it is time to install the emitter line. The emitter line is the primary physical component that extends the deterrent signal across the install area. It is designed to be flexible and can be installed on various surfaces. Beginning with the first section of the emitter line, connect to the control hub using the pre-assembled male MC4 connector. Insert the connector into the control hub. Note, once the connector has made an audible click, it is securely in place. If the line needs to be removed for any reason, there are 2 prongs inside that need to be released for the connector to come loose. We recommend using a very small flathead screwdriver or ring plier to achieve this. When bringing the emitter line from the control hub to the first support, please ensure there is a minimum of 2 inches or 5 centimeters worth of distance separating the line from the substrate. This will impact the performance of the system if not adhered to. To secure the line in the supports, press the line firmly until it snaps entirely into the circular recess in the top portion of the support head. Continue to place the line in each support head as you follow your installation layout. When connecting several sections of emitter line together, simply connect the male and female ends of the 2 sections together. You will hear an audible click when they are fully seated together. One thing to note, the emitter line is fully insulated, eliminating the need for jumper connections. The line can be maneuvered to touch the ground or obstacles without issue. In these areas, the signal will be minimum or non-existent. However, the signal will return to normal once the line is elevated to a specific height above the obstacle. If a termination of the emitter line is necessary, assemble a male line connector onto the line using a female crimp bushing using the Symterra crimp plier. Once the connector is fully secure on the line, place a cap on the end. Ensure that no more than 2 inches or 5 centimeters of wire is hanging off the support. This orientation ensures the insulating connector will not make contact with the surrounding substrate. Something that is very important, leaving any wire exposed will void the warranty, damage the system, and pose a significant safety risk. It is mandatory to install an insulated connector at the end of each line segment. If the emitter line is damaged, replace the section with a new line using the connectors provided. Do not repair the line with electrical tape or similar solutions. Section 7. Line extending connectors. The line extending connectors are used to join multiple sections of the emitting line together, ensuring a secure and seamless connection. They are durable and designed to maintain the integrity of the signal throughout the entire system. These connectors also have an IP66 rating and are designed to be dust-tight and highly water-resistant. The IP66 rating means it's completely sealed against dust and other small particles, as well as it can withstand powerful water jets from any direction without letting water in. These types of connectors are ideal for outdoor and industrial elements, where they protect electrical connections from harsh conditions like rain, dust, and high-pressure cleaning. The male line extender is used with the female crimp bushing. The female line extender is used with the male crimp bushing. These extenders are placed onto the emitter line by stripping away 1/2 inch or 1 1/4 centimeters of the end of the emitter line to expose the inner conductor. Insert the male or female crimp bushing into the crimper and slightly press the level to grip the bushing. Then, insert the stripped section of the wire into the bushing held in the crimper and firmly press the lever to crimp the wire and bushing together. Next, unscrew the back nut of the male or female line extender and pass the nut and sealing gasket over the crimped wire. It is imperative to have the sealing gasket inserted over the wire to maintain the IP rating. Push the crimped wire inside the line extender until you hear a snapping sound indicating a secure connection. Screw the nut tightly in place to complete the crimping process. Section 8. Branching. The Symterra system allows for branching, if needed, giving you flexibility in deployment. However, to ensure maximum performance and effectiveness, it is crucial to strictly follow our official guidelines and use the provided Y connector. Deviating from these guidelines may impact efficiency and results. Branch lengths must never exceed 15 feet or 4.5 meters per section. Use crimp pliers to connect lines with line extenders. Use a male-female crimp connector where needed. Connect line extenders using Y connectors to complete the branching. Only use the connectors provided by Symterra, along with the designated crimp tool, to connect segments of the emitter line. Using any other method will compromise the system, violate safety standards, and void the product warranty. If you need further information on how to connect the line extenders, go back to Section 7 where we discuss that in detail. To yield maximum performance from the Symterra system when branching, please follow the recommendations in the table shown on page 20 of our installation manual. Branching is based on the total length of system you are installing and the type of substrate you are installing on. If you have any questions about proper branching techniques, please refer to our documentation or contact our support team for assistance at support@gosymterra.com. Section 9. Final checks and testing. Before the Symterra system is powered on, ensure all connections are secure, branch links comply with guidelines, proper grounding has taken place, and components are properly installed. Once this is completed, it is now safe to plug the control hub into the power source. To verify the system is on and working properly, test the system using the Symterra signal detector to confirm that the signal range is active across all sections. Press the button down on the detector while holding it closely to the emitter line. There will be an audible beep when the button is pressed. Back your arm away from the emitter line. When the beeping stops, the signal is no longer present. The signal should be detectable from a distance of at least 1 foot or 1/3 of a meter away from the line. If you encounter any issues, please refer to the troubleshooting section in the manual or contact Symterra support by emailing us at support@gosymterra.com. Thank you for choosing Symterra and our innovative and humane bird repellent technology. We appreciate your trust, and if you have any questions or need support, our team is always here to help. Enjoy your bird-free environment.